Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hope all of you are fine. I am Mahmudul Hassan Masood, lecturer, Department of English, Narshindi Government College, Narshindi. I welcome all of you to my online class. Dear students, today I am going to take my second class on sentence connectors. I hope this class will help you to a great extent during this critical time of COVID-19. Dear students, thanks to College Authority for creating this nice opportunity for you so that you can continue your studies during this critical time. Without making any delay, let's start our class. I welcome you again to my online class. Dear students, today I am going to talk about sentence connectors. Our topic is sentence connectors. Hope you will enjoy my class. At first, I will review my previous class, what I have taught you in my previous class. Dear students, in my previous class, I have talked about the definition of sentence connectors. I have given some examples of sentence connectors, and I've also shown a question pattern about questions for you. And I've also talked about categories of sentence connectors a little bit. Dear students, you know, sentence connectors are linking words that are used between two separate ideas or sentences. And it's very important to learn these if you want to take your English proficiency to the next level and obtain the fluency you want to achieve. Knowing how to use connectors or linkers is fundamental when you want to improve your writing or speaking skills in English. There are many sentence connectors, different sentence connectors you can bring to your speech and into your writing that will help others understand you better. So you can see sentence connectors are used to connect, join, or link ideas together, and these linkers show cohesion or a smooth flow and harmony in your sentences. So sentence connectors are very important for you. If you want to improve your writing skills or speaking skills, then sentence connectors will help you to a great extent. Lecture 2. Today, dear students, I am going to talk about the types of sentence connectors, different categories of sentence connectors. Types of sentence connectors. Dear students, there are various types of sentence connectors. There are 4 basic types of sentence connectors I'm going to talk about today. They are coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, relative conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs or transitions words. So conjunctive adverbs and transitions are also known as linking adverbs and transition words. So these are the 4 types of basic sentence connectors today I'm going to talk about. And this is very important for you to understand these 4 types of connectors if you want to achieve skills in sentence connectors. So dear students, at first I'm going to talk about coordinating conjunctions which are used as sentence connectors. So coordinating conjunctions must always join grammatically equal or parallel items such as noun plus noun, verb phrase plus verb phrase, independent clause plus independent clause, parallel items of grammar. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions in English. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions in English. They are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So if you want to remember these 7 conjunctions easily, you can remember the word fanboys. So fanboys, an easy way to remember these 7 conjunctions is to think of the acronym fanboys. Each of the letters in this unusual word is the first letter of one of the coordinating conjunctions. So F for, F for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So fanboys is the acronym of the conjunctions, 7 conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. You can remember easily. And among these 7 conjunctions, the most common conjunctions are and, but, and, or. And these coordinating conjunctions are used as sentence connectors. So now I will give you the examples of coordinating conjunctions as sentence connectors, of course. Yes, friends, at first I'm going to give you the example of for. It is coordinating conjunction, but here it functions as sentence connector, of course. For means because. Here for means because. Introduces a reason clause and joins it to a result clause. Example, I was late for I had forgotten my watch. Here joining two independent clauses together, and here for works as sentence connector, and it means because I was late for I had forgotten my watch. Example of and, coordinating conjunction, but word functions as sentence connector and joins two similar ideas together. Remember, and joins two similar ideas together. Example of and, a sentence connector, I will eat it quickly and enjoy every bite. So joins two independent clauses together. Nor, example of nor used to combine two negative ideas. So nor is used to combine two negative ideas. Example, I do not eat meat, nor do I eat fish. So here nor is used as sentence connectors, and it is used to combine two negative ideas together. But, use of but joins two contrasting ideas together. Example of but in a sentence, John is Canadian, but Sally is English. So here joining two independent clauses together by the word but. So John is Canadian, but Sally is English. But here joins two contrasting ideas together, and here but is my sentence connector. Or joins two alternative ideas, or joins two alternative ideas together. Example, I could cook some supper, or we could order a pizza. Joins two independent clauses. Here or is my sentence connector, although it is coordinating conjunction, but or functions here as sentence connector and joins two alternative ideas. And yet, dear students, now I'm going to give you an example of yet as sentence connector, coordinating conjunctions. Yet means but and joins two contrasting ideas. She knew I was injured, yet she insisted that I jump over the fence. Here, yet joining two independent clauses, and actually here it functions as but and joining to contrasting ideas. So you can see yet is used to join two contrasting ideas. So introduces a clause containing a result. and joins it to a clause containing a reason or cause. Example of so, a sentence connector. It was raining, so I brought an umbrella. You're joining two independent clauses. It was raining, I brought an umbrella. Two independent clauses are joined by so, and so here functions as sentence connector. Coordinating conjunction functions as sentence connectors, and it contains a result. So dear students, these are the 7 coordinating conjunctions functioning as sentence connectors, of course. So dear students, now I'm going to talk about subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunction is a type of sentence connector, of course, and subordinating conjunctions functions as sentence connectors. A subordinating conjunction is a word which introduces a subordinate or dependent clause and joins it to an independent clause. So a subordinating conjunction is a word which introduces a subordinate clause. It will introduce a subordinate clause and it will join to an independent clause. There are many subordinate clauses, but the more commonly used subordinating conjunctions are because, as, since, although, even though, while, whereas, even if, as if, as though, after, before, when, whenever, till, until, as long as, while, if only, unless. So dear students, these are the subordinating conjunctions, most commonly used subordinating conjunctions in English. And now I'm going to give you the examples of the subordinating conjunctions, how we use these subordinating conjunctions as sentence connectors. Subordinating conjunctions. First, I'm going to give example of because, as, since, uses of because, as, since as subordinating conjunctions or sentence connectors. And because, as, since, you can see because, as, since used to introduce the cause in a cause and effect relationship between two ideas. Example, because, as, or since, you can use any one of them. It was raining. Because, as, or since it was raining, I took my umbrella. He lost his job because he was often late. Because, since I have no money, I can go to the movie. So here, as, since, because functions as sentence connectors, and they introduce the cause in a cause and effect relationship between two ideas. Although, even though, while, whereas. These subordinate conjunctions are used as sentence connectors, and they are used to express contrast between ideas. Example, although or even though, expressing contrast. She's quite small, she's very strong. She's very strong even though she's quite small. You can use subordinate conjunction at the beginning of sentences or in the middle of the sentences as well. John is tall, whereas Mary is quite small. So these subordinate conjunctions, although, even though, while, whereas, are expressing contrast between ideas, two ideas. After, before, when, whenever, till, until, as long as, while. These subordinate conjunctions are used to show time. Examples, I used to visit my grandparents frequently when I was a little girl. Here, when is showing time. and functioning as surrounding conjunctions if only unless. These surrounding conjunctions are used to show a condition and used as sentence connectors in sentences, in a paragraph or in an essay. Example, if you love me, you will help me in this situation. So here, if is subordinate conjunctions. It introduces a subordinating clause, independent clause, and here if shows a condition, and of course if is here functioning as sentence connector. So dear students, you can notice the difference in punctuation depending on whether the subordinating clause comes first or second. So if it comes first, a comma is needed. A comma is needed if subordinate clause comes first. You can see, even though she is quite small, subordinate clause comes first. That's why we have used a comma after this subordinate clause, first clause. Now move to the next slide. See what I have brought for you. Correlative conjunctions. Now we will talk about correlative conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions are used as sentence connectors. Dear students, you can see some coordinating conjunctions combine with other words to form what correlative conjunctions, what we call correlative conjunctions. They always travel in pairs, joining various sentences together that are grammatically equal. Here is a brief list of common correlative conjunctions. So some coordinating conjunctions combined with other words to form correlative conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions forming with other words form correlative conjunctions, and they always travel in pairs. Come together and join various sentences, and they are grammatically equal sentences. Here is a brief list of common correlative conjunctions. Both, ... and, both and, not only but also, not but, either or, neither nor, either or. So these are the common correlative conjunctions. Now I am going to give you example. I am going to show you the uses of correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions, both and. Example, both my grandfather and my father worked in the steel plant. So both my grandfather and my father, both and. Not only but also. Example, the explosion not only destroyed the school but also flattened the bank. The explosion not only destroyed the school but also flattened the bank. So not only but also. Not but. She is not going to attend university but will attend college. Verb phrases, so not but, correlative conjunctions. Either or. Example, uses of either or. Bring either a macaroni salad or scalloped potatoes. It's your choice. So it's your choice. Bring either a macaroni salad or scalloped potatoes. Either or. Neither nor. Bring neither a macaroni salad nor scalloped potatoes. No one likes them. So neither nor. No one. Either or. Jim is trying to decide whether to go to medical school or to go to law school. So verb phrases. Here whether or is my correlative conjunctions, and they are used to actually connect to verb phrases together. So dear students, now I'm going to talk about the conjunctive adverbs, the fourth types of sentence connector. You can say conjunctive adverbs are also called linking adverbs or transitions words. So conjunctive adverbs connect two independent clauses. The difference with conjunctive adverbs from other sentence connector words is that in most cases they must be preceded by semicolon and followed by a comma. These words and phrases are extremely flexible and powerful because they not only connect ideas within a sentence but also create transitions between major ideas and sections within a piece of writing. There are many conjunctive adverbs in English. However, some of the most common are additionally, moreover, furthermore, besides, also, then however, nevertheless, nonetheless, in contrast, instead, otherwise, conversely, still, therefore, consequently, accordingly, hence, thus, then, for example, for instance, first, next, then, finally, similarly, likewise, indeed. So these are some of the common conjunctive adverbs or transition words we find in English. Now I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to show you the uses of these conjunctive adverbs in sentence. And you can also use meanwhile and subsequently as conjunctive adverbs. And at first I'm going to show you the uses of additionally, moreover, furthermore, besides, also. And these conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs are used to add or connect to similar ideas. Additionally, moreover, furthermore, besides, also. These are the linking adverbs, and they are used to add or connect to similar ideas. Example, the man has a big house. Moreover, he has a new car. The man has a big house. He has a new car. So moreover is used to connect to similar ideas. However, nevertheless, nonetheless, in contrast, instead, otherwise, conversely, still. So these are the conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs and are used to connect to contrasting ideas, to construct contrasting ideas or opposite ideas. Example, you can see an example. He was sick before his examination. He was sick before his examination. Nonetheless, he did well in the examination. So you can see to contrasting ideas, to opposite ideas is connected by nonetheless, and nonetheless, nevertheless, in contrast, instead. These are the conjunctive adverbs are used to show, to connect to contrasting ideas or to opposite ideas. Try to remember. Therefore, consequently, accordingly, hence, thus. These are the linking adverbs or conjunctive adverbs are used to connect a result to a preceding cause. preceding cause. Connect a result, consequence to a preceding cause. Example, he has walked 5 miles. He has walked 5 miles. As a result, or as a consequence, consequently, therefore, he is feeling tired. And indeed, example, uses of indeed. Why we use indeed? Indeed is used to give importance to something or stress something or reinforcing previous statement. Example, he likes to have things his own way. He likes to have things his own way. Indeed, he can be very stubborn. So here indeed stresses reinforcing the previous statement as he likes to have things in his own way. Indeed, he can be very stubborn. Conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs. More uses of conjunctive adverbs. Here you can see, for example or for instance. For example or for instance are used to connect an example or illustration to a preceding statement. Example, you can see the example. I can play quite a few musical instruments. For example, the flute, the guitar, and the piano. I can play quite a few musical instruments. For example, for instance, such as the flute, the guitar, and the piano. Here, for example, is used to show example or instance or illustration to a preceding statement. The preceding statement is, I can play quite a few musical instruments. So what are the musical instruments? For example, such as the flute, the guitar, and the piano. Then you can see first, next, then, finally, subsequently. These are some of the subjunctive adverbs. And these words, these conjunctive adverbs are used to show a sequential relationship between ideas. Example, you can see an example. He realized he had hurt her feelings. He realized that he had hurt her feelings. Subsequently, he apologized. Similarly, likewise, you can see. Similarly, likewise are used to compare to similar ideas. Example, you can give your phone number to every man who asks for it. You can't give your phone number to every man who asks for it. Likewise, you can go out with everyone who fancies you. Okay, so you can see here two similar ideas are connected actually by likewise. First sentence was, you can give your phone number to every man who asks for it. And second sentence is, you can go out with everyone who fancies you. So here I have used likewise to compare to similar ideas or to show to similar ideas, to connect to similar ideas. Meanwhile. So meanwhile indicates time. Example, John was working hard. Meanwhile, David was doing nothing except watching television. So these are the conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs actually used as sentence connectors. I will give you more information about conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs. And now we learn about the use, position, and punctuation regarding conjunctive adverbs. When we connect two independent clauses within a single sentence by conjunctive adverbs, we use a semicolon and comma. Let's see the example. I love learning about grammar. However is my conjunctive adverb here, linking adverb here. I don't understand all of it. So I love learning about grammar. I don't understand all of it. It's a single sentence. And here I have used however. Here I have used however, you can see however, and I have used a semicolon and a comma. And before however, I have used semicolon, and after however, I have used comma. So a semicolon and comma have been put here. And when connecting ideas in separate sentences, if we connect ideas of two separate sentences by using conjunctive adverbs or linking adverbs, we use a period, a full stop before the adverb and a comma after it, after the adverb, conjunctive adverb. You can see the example. I love learning about grammar. I love learning about grammar. My first sentence, two separate sentences are here. Nevertheless, I don't understand all of it. So nevertheless, I don't understand all of it. Now I don't understand all of it is another sentence, and here I have used a full stop before my conjunctive adverb nevertheless, and I've used a comma after conjunctive adverbs nevertheless. So I think you have understood at this point. If we connect two independent clauses within a sentence, when we use conjunctive adverb, we use a semicolon before the adverb and comma after the adverb. And on the other hand, when we use connect two different ideas in separate sentences, two different sentences, we use a full stop or period before conjunctive adverbs and comma after the conjunctive adverbs. So dear students, we have already discussed four basic types of sentence connectors. They are coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and finally conjunctive adverbs or transition words. And within these four categories, I mean within coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, or conjunctive adverbs or transitions, we also find some other categories of sentence connectors. That's why now I'm going to actually talk about more categories of sentence connectors, or you can say list of sentence connectors. And these categories of sentence connectors or list of sentence connectors will help you understand sentence connectors more effectively, I think. And categories of sentence connectors. Sentence connectors can be grouped into following categories or divisions according to their implication or uses. And they are, I think it will help you to a great extent. First one is sentence connectors of order, sequence, or serial or listing. These categories will help you to remember these sentence connectors very well. First one is sentence connectors of order, sequence, serial, or listing. Second one is sentence connectors of addition. Third one is sentence connectors of comparison. There are many words belong to this group, this category, this division. Sentence connectors of comparison. Fourth one is sentence connectors of contrast or opposition. Sentence connectors of cause. Sentence connectors of cause, effect, or result. You can see number 7, sentence connectors of emphasis or reinforcement. Sentence connectors of example. Number 9, sentence connectors of summary. Number 10, sentence connectors of reference. Sentence connectors of alternative. Sentence connectors of condition. Number 13, sentence connectors of transition. Number 14, sentence connectors of place. Number 15, sentence connectors of time. Number 16, sentence connectors of reformulation. And number 17, sentence connectors of conclusion. These are the categories or divisions of sentence connectors, and many words belong to these categories or divisions, and these categories of sentence connectors will help you to understand sentence connectors very well. And the students, now I'm going to give you some homework so that you can study at home. Paragraph, and in my previous class I have also given you 5 paragraphs, and today I'm also going to give you 5 paragraphs. And my homework for you is 5 paragraphs for you, and they are: number 1, child labor; number 2, human rights; number 3, street children or street children in Bangladesh; number 4, a book fair; number 5, internet or the uses and abuses of internet. Yes, students, I hope you will study this paragraph at home. You will do your homework at home, finish your homework at home. Yes, students, and that's all for today. Today I'm going to stop my class here. And thank you for watching me. Thank you for joining in my class. Dear students, in this class, I have tried to talk about different types of sentence connectors. I have shown you the uses of different types of sentence connectors, such as coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs. Dear students, I have also mentioned I have also mentioned some categories of sentence connectors. I hope I will explain them elaborately in my next classes. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed my class, and I will come very soon with another class. Thank you very much, dear students. Thank you very much for joining me.